Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari
Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Tira Vanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Pramanande. Narayanam namaskrityam naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudiraye nasta prayesu abhadresu nityam bhagavatam sevaya bhagavate uttamasloke bhakti bhavati nastiki. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very meant of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author, by regular attendance, classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, and by rendering of service unto the pure devotees of the Lord. All that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental song is established as an irrevocable fact. So here we are very fortunate to be in the association of the devotees. Very importantly, whatever we do, if we do it always in the association of the devotees, and very quickly we will see the tremendous progress in our journey of life in Krishna consciousness. Generally, attachment to the world is not recommended, but Kapila told his mother in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, Text 20, he said, Prasangam ajaram pasam atmano kavayo vido saiva sadiso kristo mokshadwaram apavritam. That if the attachment can be diverted, the same attachment which is not good in the material world, if that attachment can be connected to the devotees of the Lord, that will open the door of the spiritual world. Further he says, Titikshava karunika surida sarvadehina ajata santrava santa sadhuva sadhu bhushana. A devotee means is very tolerant, is very compassionate, and is very friendly to all living beings. And it does not create any enmity in the world. Just like Prabhupada says, I don't have any enemy in the world. But sometimes people see me as their enemy. Otherwise, sadhus have no enemies because the sadhus have no any interest in the material world. He said the sadhu normally do not compete anything in the material world because their goal is not the material world. Their goal is Vaikuntha. So they never really have any interest here. So sadhu means, a devotee means, is very tolerant, is very merciful, is very friendly to all living beings. He does not create any enmity against anybody around. He abides everything by the scripture, and sadhu is always very peaceful. So further, Kapil Dev told his mother in the 3rd canto, chapter 25, text 25, Satam prasangam mamavirya samvido bhavanti rihit karna rasayana kala tad yosayad apavarta varga mani sradaratir bhaktir namastit. That sadhu, in the association of hearing the katha, the glories of the Lord, brings in the ultimate benefit for the devotees. When we sit and hear in the association of the wonderful devotees of the Lord, our faith towards the Lord increase better. Our bhakti also will be increased, and our opportunity to love Krishna and go back to Krishna also become very good in our life. So that is why it is always Mahaprabhu says, Krishna Bhakti Janmamula Aya Sadhu Sangha Krishna Prema Janmatenho Aya Mukhya Hanga. In the devotional life to Krishna, very, very important, the Mukhya Hanga, the very important limbs in the devotional service to the Lord, is to always keep one in the association of the devotees. Very beginning of our Krishna consciousness began from the association of the devotees. Even we are attaining the prema of Krishna, still a devotee never give up the association of another devotee. Even you are advancing very nicely, even you are attaining the prema bhakti, but still the association of the devotees are very, very important. We never give up that association. It is just like the rainwater coming from the sky. And you can open your palm and you can drink that water. Is very clean and very pure. But the same rainwater, when it touches the gutter, and it is now contaminated, and that water you cannot drink. But if it's coming straight, didn't touch anything yet, you can drink the water, but it touches the gutters in the house, you cannot drink that water. You have to filter, purify. Maybe you can use that water to wash your car, to wash your shoes, but not for drinking unless you filter it. But if the same rainwater touches the mud, the soil, you cannot even use that water to wash your car or wash your shoe. But if the same rainwater at certain auspicious time of the nakshatra, it falls in the ocean where the oyster is there. It goes into the oyster, and after some time it turns to become a pearl. When we take the proper association, Karya Karana Karitritva Etu Prakrite Uchete Purusasako Dukkanam Bhuktritva Etu Uchete. In the chapter 13, text 21, Krishna explains this thing. That whatever happens in the material world, the nature is said to be the cause of every effect in the material world. But whatever happens in the life of a devotee or the life of a human being, they are the cause of suffering and enjoyment of their life. Purusa prakriti stoi bhangte prakriti jangunan karanam guna sangasya sat asat yoni janmasu. Sat means good, asat means bad. Good and bad comes in people's life according to their association. Prabhupada explained the air by nature is very clean and very pure. But it brings a different fragrance according to the flow. It is coming from the rose garden, the air brings the flavor, the fragrance of the rose. But if it's coming from some dirty area, and it brings a dirty smell. So in this way, our progress in Krishna consciousness will be according to our association with the devotees. Prabhupada said there was once in the Ganga, two pots were floating in the Ganga. One is the copper, another one is the earthen pot. So they were flowing away from each other. See, the copper pot, he told the earthen pot, you come closer to me, I will protect you. So the earthen pot says, either I come closer to you or you come closer to me, the damage is only for me. Either you go closer to the Asat Sangha, the Karmi, those who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, either you go closer to them or they come closer to you, only the damage is only for us. So in this way, by Prabhupada's mercy, by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, we have got this opportunity together to hear this Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost Puranas compared to everything else. It is a final work of Vyasadeva. The other day we've been talking about how Vyasadeva divided the Veda into many angas. So the Srimad Bhagavatam, after compiling all the Vedas, he wasn't very happy. Bhavad anudita prayam palam yaso murari. He said after compiling all the Vedas, he wasn't very happy. And at that moment he was met by Narada Muni, his spiritual master. He told him that you have divided the Vedas according to the different modes of nature, according to people's likeness. They wanted to gratify your senses in different means you have given to them according to their wishes, but you are not fully glorified Lord Krishna. So the Bhagavatam Puranam, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, if in this world, if all other Vedic literatures have got burnt off, if that only one literature can remain, Srimad Bhagavata Puranam, that itself is good enough to achieve the highest, ultimate goal of life. And Prabhupada in his preface in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada writes very wonderfully. He said at the present moment in the world, people are very advanced in many different ways, scientifically, technologically, they are philosophically, politically, every angle you say, the world advanced very nicely. And many people in the world, they wanted to see the world is united. They see that we should become one world. We see that we have to become one family, a brotherhood. So the world is somewhere rather planning for the betterment. Maybe some very few politicians maybe have a different ideology, like a Ravana, like Hiranyakashipu. But maximum of the people in the world, they're very innocent. They've been guided by all these blind leaders. That's why Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, the politician will change, but the politics will never change. And Prabhupada never want the devotees to become a politician means, in the society. You should not use politic and diplomatic. Devotees' life is only one life. They do not move around according to their situation. That diplomatically, to you they speak one thing, to another speak another thing. They wanted to make everybody happy and they think they have to get a good name. Prabhupada says the politicians have got two tongues. One for the family, one for the public. But the devotees have only got one tongue. Their means and their end is only one. Dharma. Nothing else. And Krishna never go and fight, argue with anybody. Beautifully he takes the message. That's what I've been saying. Generally devotees are good people. We are learning a lot of information from Prabhupada book. We got Srimad Bhagavatam, we got Chaitanya Charitamrita, we got nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction, and we got Mahabharatam, Ramayanam. To every literatures are with us. So we have got a solution for all the problem in the world. But somewhere or other, some devotees, though like they have no solution. Mahabharatam is meant to stop the Mahabharatam in our life. They are not able to see the Mahabharatam inside us. Dvau bhutau sargau lokesmin daivam asuram evacha, in the chapter 16. Text 6, the Lord said there are two kinds of being in the world. One is demon, another one is divine. So the demon and divine are sitting inside us, not outside. The Lord brings the Mahabharatam war, the demon and devotees, just to remind everything is inside you. You see Yudhishthira is inside you. You see Duryodhana inside you. And you see Krishna himself is inside you. Just like the Pandavas, they were very confused. So they seek the advice and help of Krishna. Duryodhana being very proud and arrogant, he doesn't want to take any advice from Krishna, but ultimately in the biggest war in the world, the devotees become very successful. Because they took shelter of Krishna's. So we have to see nothing is outside them. The 14 planetary system is also in our body. If you conquer yourself, you conquer the 14 planetary system. So when Krishna went to Hastinapur taking the peace message, but that was not the intention of Krishna. Krishna uses that platform, but that is not his intention to bring the peace message, because Krishna knows that there is not going to be any peace with the demons. He knows that Duryodhana will never agree for the peace. He knows Duryodhana is surrounded by all these people who are blindly supporting him for their own personal interest. Sakuni was there, Karna was there, Dusasan was there. All these people are surrounded Duryodhana. He is not surrounded by the intelligent people so that he can learn something. Surrounded by all the foolish, selfish people. So Krishna knows that it's not possible to go and talk peace. Krishna knows he don't have to waste his time. But Krishna has got another mission to go to the Hastinapur. Even he went to Hastinapur, he went and stayed in Vidura's house. Vidura told him at night, Krishna, you have come all the way very far, but I think maybe it may be wasting time to see Duryodhana to advise him, because he's not going to listen anything. Krishna says whether Duryodhana listens or doesn't listen, that's his problem. I got my duty towards the entire human society. Like Prabhupada says, he was very peacefully, happily, he was sitting in Vrindavan. But more higher duty he had in his life to carry out the order of his spiritual master, to take Krishna consciousness to the world so that they can become happy and peaceful in their life. For the higher cause, Prabhupada came out from the comfort zone. And for 43 years, Prabhupada was meditating for the right time to do this thing. So now when Vidura told Duryodhana, you'll be wasting your time, Duryodhana, to Krishna, Vidura said to Krishna, you'll be wasting your time to advise this Duryodhana. Krishna says that I got a duty towards the entire human society. He says whether Duryodhana hear my advice or not is a secondary subject matter. The primary subject matter, I should lead the world in the right direction. If I do not advise Duryodhana today, later the whole world will criticize me. Oh, Krishna was there and he knows the problem. Why he didn't go and advise these people? They will turn around and they will attack the Lord. He said, I'm going to do. But Krishna's intention is anything to do with Duryodhana, this thing. Because Krishna's intention is that he has to stop Vidura in participating in this war. Vidura has got the greatest weapon, the Vishnu Dhanush he has got. If he enters into the war, he will be on the side of Duryodhana, the Kauravas. And if we join the war, nobody can win the war with Vidura inside there. So Krishna wants to make sure somehow Vidura is not coming into the war. So he went to Vidura's house, he stayed there. And he stayed there simply to agitate Duryodhana. Because there has to be enmity come in between Duryodhana and Vidura so that they don't become alliance. Like, now maybe the Israel is fighting, with Iran. So there are different countries will take, different side. So Krishna wants to make sure. So Krishna said in Vidura's house, but Duryodhana is already made all the wonderful arrangement for Krishna to stay in his brother Dusashan's palace, and he made all the opulent food for Krishna, but Krishna went and stayed in Vidura's house. So Duryodhana thought that, somewhere or other Vidura is the problem there. Vidura would have convinced Krishna to stay in his house. So Duryodhana, the next day when he met Vidura, Duryodhana says that you are son of a maid servant. You are the low class born. Your mother has no qualification. So he insulted Vidura. Duryodhana made Vidura so much angry. Vidura took a vow. I will never participate in the war. The Krishna mission is accomplished. You see, Krishna beautifully moves. Devotees should understand. Move around with your wisdom. Only advise those who can take the advice. Prabhupada says, just like a fool, if you give advice to a fool, it makes him more angry, like giving a milk to the snake. And if there is nothing to do with you, let their leaders correct them. If their leaders cannot correct them, let their guru correct them. If their guru cannot correct them, let Krishna correct them. If Krishna cannot correct them, nobody can correct them. That's it, give up. There are some people cannot be corrected in the world. There was a businessman, he was in the textile business. He was doing his business was very good. But somewhere or other he trusted some people to join the business, somewhere or other he lost everything. So from that onward he will be always talking about the loss of his business. And he had a good family, the children are well educated, children are all doing in the good position. So there is no requirement for him to really be sad because the children are doing well. But he himself always he talks about his failure to the children, and whoever comes to the house, whomever he meets, he said, once I was doing the best, bigger textile business. I was making money, I was doing very well, but somewhere or other I lost everything. So to everybody he talks about this thing. So the children were not very happy because father is always, in the sad condition, he always talks about his failure. They were not knowing what to do. They took him to different psychiatric doctors, many things. Nobody could help him. So then, that moment in another village, there was a Ramayanam speaker came. So it was advertised for your peace and happiness. To overcome all the problems of your life. Come and hear Ramayanam, 48 days, one mandala. So the children were very happy. So at least someone has come to solve my father's problem. So they took the father, left him in the village for 48 days for him to hear the Ramayana. So he sat and heard the Ramayana for 48 days. So after that, the last day, the children went to pick him up. And they went and saw the father. Father, are you okay, happy? Father said, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for giving me this beautiful Ramayanam Katha. So then they went to speak to the Swamiji, thank him also. So the father and the children went to the Swamiji. The children said, thank you so much. My father enjoyed your Ramayana Katha. Thanking you so much. So the Swamiji looked at the man, he said, so now you are happy, you're peaceful, your problem over. Swamiji, it was the best thing has happened in my life. But you should have come 30 years ago. Swamiji, I was doing this textile business. All went on very well. If you would have come 30 years ago, I would have known who's Ravana here. I simply trusted everybody like a Ram, so I made a mistake. So you should have come 30 years ago. But what to do, Swamiji, I've lost everything. The problem remains there. And children, Swamiji says, don't worry. The next village I'm going to talk Mahabharatam for 48 days. Bring your father. So the next village, Mahabharatam Katha, the father had been sent. So he was there for 40 years, hearing the Mahabharatam. So the last day the children went to pick up the father. So they said, how are you, father? He said, better than Ramayana. Very nice. I learned so many things in my life. So they went to Swamiji to thank him. But Swamiji looked at him and asked, so you're okay now? Swamiji, your Ramayana, your Mahabharatam is more better than Ramayana. Oh, better. I'm able to see who's Duryodhana here, who's Saguni here, who's Karna here. I'm able to see everything very clear. But Swamiji, he should have come 30 years ago. I wouldn't have lost my business. I trusted everybody. I thought everybody is a saint in the material world. But I do not realize that somebody can be like a Sakuni. Can play and can take away everything from you. So you should have come 30 years ago. And children go like that, they can, oh, Father. So what to do, Swamiji, what to do? My father is not changed. Swamiji said, don't worry. Ultimately, a man will change. I will take him to that place. He will change, don't worry. So he took the father, the children, they went to the graveyard, crematorium. So there they are cremating so many bodies every day. Every few seconds there are dead body coming. So they are burning one body after another body, one body after another body. One side the woods are coming in, this side they are burning and burning. So Swamiji told him, look, you are just simply crying for the clothing business. You have lost some textile. Look at these people here. They have lost their life. Their life is nothing in the world. Look at them, one after another, one after another. Finally, you are action in this one. Nothing, everything is finished. Can you see how many bodies they are burning? And he fell at the feet of the Swamiji. He said, my dear Swamiji, you have enlightened me in my life. But Swamiji, why you did not come 30 years ago? Why you didn't come? Swamiji said, why? Because if you would have come 30 years ago, I wouldn't gone into a textile business. I would have gone into the wood business. E sampasaja bhoga dukayonaya evate adiyantavantu kaunteya nate suramate buddha. The chapter 5, text 22, Krishna explains. Those who are attached to this materialistic way of life, sense enjoyment, intelligent person, Buddha means intelligent person doesn't go into the sense enjoyment of this material world because they know there is a beginning and there is an end of everything in this world. If you are making money and you'll be losing money. If you are happy, you'll become distressed. So there is beginning and end to everything. If you are born and you have to die. So what you do? So intelligent person doesn't go into this business of the material world. So now by the blessing of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, we have this greatest opportunity to read the Srimad Bhagavatam, to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's not an ordinary literature available around here. Nimna Ganam Yada Ganga Devanam Achyudam Yada Vaishnavanam Yada Sambhu Purananam Idam Tada. There are all the rivers flowing in the world. Ganges river considered to be the best, highest. Of all the deity being worshipped in the world, the deity Lord Achyuta, Krishna's worship is the best. Of all the devotees, Lord Shiva considered to be the best. Of all the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavata Puranam considered to be the best. Because he has emanated from the lips of a pure devotee, Nimna Ganam, Nigama Kalpatarurkaram, Palam Kalitam. It is coming from the lips of Sukadeva Goswami. And Sukadeva Goswami is not an ordinary living being. He was the parrot of Radharani. When Radharani passed time over, she was living back to the Goloka Vrindavan, and that time Sukadeva Goswami, the parrot Sukha, the parrot was kept with Radharani because the parrot takes the message from Radharani to Krishna, from Krishna to Radhe. In this way the parrot was a very special. When after the wonderful pastime of the Lord and Radharani, they were heading back, and Sukha wants to follow. Radha says, no, you stay here. But Sukha, the parrot, says, how I can stay here without Krishna Katha? And Radha says, you will find. There will be Krishna Katha will go on. And when she left ready, now this parrot Sukha was looking around where to go and hear the Krishna Katha. Srimad Bhagavatam. He was flying and coming, then he came to Kailash where Lord Shiva was reciting the Bhagavatam to Parvati. And when Lord Shiva was talking the Bhagavatam, reciting, and Parvati was, acknowledging, she said, At one point, Parvati gone into sleep. And he was still reading Lord Shiva. And still the sound is coming, somebody is acknowledging. But he didn't notice that, he read everything over already. He don't know that the parrot Sukha is sitting on the tree and he is the one acknowledging this, reading. So and after reading, reciting Bhagavatam, he asked Parvati, you like it? She said that, it was very nice, but I'm very sorry, halfway, I gone into sleep. I didn't really hear the another half. Then Lord Shiva think, then who else, was acknowledging this? Look around, then he found the parrot then. Then he took his trident, he wants to chase. So he was chasing the Sukha. He was flying off from there. Then in the Badrika ashram there, Vyasadeva is reciting Bhagavatam for his wife. And she was so excited, she opened her mouth. The parrot, Sukha went and entered into the mouth of the Vatika, the wife of Vyasadeva. So he was there for 16 years. So Lord Shiva coming, chasing and coming, where is this parrot? Then finally Lord Shiva met Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva says, oh my dear Shivji, why you have come? He said, no, this parrot is not qualified. Avaishnava Mukudgarim Putamari Kadambartam Sramananai Vakartavyam Satpochitam Yadapaya. That everything you cannot give to everybody. You cannot give your knife to your children. You cannot give your gun to somebody who is not qualified. So you need a qualification to receive whatever is needed to be received. So this Bhagavatam message is a very wonderful message. If somebody can misuse this Bhagavatam for their material gain, only pure devotees will use it for the betterment of other people in the world. So Lord Shiva coming and he told Vyasadeva that this parrot heard the Bhagavatam. So Vyasadeva says, what is the benefit if someone hears the Bhagavatam? And Lord Shiva said, they become eternal, they cannot die. Then Vyasadeva says, so what's the point, you are coming with your trident? The people cannot die. You go back. Parvati was married to Lord Shiva. There was an arrangement by Krishna. Krishna being the brother of Parvati, Durga. He made arrangement that Shivaji can marry Parvati. So she was very excited because her brother, who is the best among everyone else, he has chosen a husband for her. And the marriage was arranged, and she has not seen Lord Shiva before. She was imagining that being a Vaishnava, Sambhu, that he could be, the most attractive person. And she was, excited, waiting, all the friends, the wedding day. So much of, decoration, makeup are going on the other side. And she was, looking around to see first time who's going to marry me. And somebody says that, I don't know that I see somebody, like Bhutas, they are coming, many are surrendered. And there was among them, there's like one chief, he got a snake around the neck, ashes on his body, then he got all the skulls, as a garland. But I don't know, maybe from the back, your future husband, I think, walking from the back. And she was looking at Lord Shiva, but she didn't realize that he's going to be the husband. She was excited, someone coming, and finally she'd been told, actually that's the person going to marry you. She fainted. She was very angry with the brother. She summoned Krishna, come, brother, I trusted you. I thought you would find somebody more better and attractive. But look at, just coming out from the graveyard, you found this kind of man for me. Look at the snake around. Look at the ashes. Look at the scarf around his neck. Yeah, Krishna said, don't worry, sister. I'm your brother. I will do everything good for you only. In due course of time, you will know that he was the best selection for you. He left. Then she said, in that case, I want you to speak to him. But speak to him first. So Lord Shiva was summoned. Lord Shiva came. Yeah. My dear, what can I do for you? She said, do you know today is your marriage day, your wedding day? So I said, so where is your wedding, Where is your wedding suit and attire? He smiled. It's okay, never mind, if you're not, if you can't afford to buy all this, wedding attire. What, you cannot even buy one garland for you? Why you're coming with all this scarf here? You can't afford to buy one garland. She said, okay, throw away the one. Throw away the garland of scarf. Skull, you say skull. And he said, that one thing I cannot do. She said, you want to marry me, you must do. If you love me, you must do. He said, that one thing I cannot throw away the skull. It's very important for me. I'm in love with that skull. Parvati said, why? And Lord Shiva says, do you know whose skull is this? Lord Shiva says, it's all yours. Many, many lives you've been meditating, praying that I should become your husband. But somewhere or other you fail. And every birth you die, I take your skull and make a garland and put it around my neck. So I love you so much. Even it looks ugly, but my love for you can be seen through this. And Parvati says, if I've died many lifetimes, how come you didn't die? Lord Shiva said, that is because I heard Srimad Bhagavatam. So by Prabhupada's mercy, we had got this wonderful, the same blessing what Lord Shiva has had. There's no more birth in the material world. So somewhere or other, that one mistake made by Parikshit Maharaj. The Pandavas, after Krishna left, Pandavas ruled, Yudhishthira Maharaj ruled the kingdom for 31 years. No, 36 years. 15 years under the guidance of Dhritarashtra Maharaj, and another 21 years after the departure of Dhritarashtra, Yudhishthira, he has ruled the kingdom. So altogether he has ruled for 36 years. And the moment he heard that Krishna is already left, so he thought now is the time I should leave and go. If there is no Krishna, why I should stay here? So he handed over the Rajyam, the kingdom to Parikshit Maharaj. When he handed over the kingdom, that time Parikshit Maharaj was 30 years old. So he ruled for another 36 years. So when the kingdom handed over, when he was 30 years old, Parikshit Maharaj, he was ruling very nicely. He went around to the different places to establish that he is the ultimate ruler of the entire world. So when he went around like that, then he saw that, bull and a cow. The bull represents the dharma, and the cow represents the earth. So they were very sad, talking and talking, that Krishna has left, that Kali Yuga has begun. And at that time the Kali came, disguised as a king. He came and then he has beaten the bull. Now the bull has lost 3 legs and only standing on 1 leg. The 4 legs of Dharma are the Daya, Satyam. That means mercifulness, truthfulness, cleanliness and austerity. The Dharma stands on that 4 legs. Now Kali have destroyed the 3 legs. Now the bull, the Dharma is only standing in 1 leg of truthfulness. The mercifulness has been taken away, the austerity has been taken away, cleanliness and taken away, standing on 1 leg, is crying. And that moment Parikshit Maharaj came and he took his sword to kill the Kali. Kali said, please, let me go. Give me a place that I can go. Parikshit Maharaj gave him 4 places to go. A place where slaughterhouse meat eating is going on, gambling is going on, intoxication and illicit sex. He said, go and stay there. And Parikshit, the Kali says, it's very difficult to find these places in your ruling. Please add in 1 more. 1 more place. Then Parikshit said, where there is gold, you can reside there. So now Kali left. Parikshit Maharaj came back. After 36 years after this incident, again Parikshit was going around. At that time he put on his crown on his head, a golden crown. He has forgotten that the Kali is sitting inside. So he been influenced by Maya. Then this time when he went to the Shamika Rishi's ashram, and Shamika Rishi, wonderful sadhu, absorbed in the meditation, he did not realize that Parikshit has come. Parikshit, by the influence of this Maya, he felt thirst and then he tired, he seek for some water from the Shamika Rishi, and Shamika Rishi was absorbed in his meditation, did not notice anything here. And being influenced by the Maya sitting on his crown, Kali, then he took the dead body of a snake, put around the neck of the Shamika Rishi and left. At that time, his son Shringi, he came to know this thing, he cursed. He says, what is the job of a dog in a people's house? A Parikshit, like a dog, has entered into my father's place, insulted my father, so I curse him today that within 7 days he will be beaten by the Taksaka bird, snake bird, and he will leave the body. So Parikshit Maharaj, not like anybody else around, he prepared for his death. At the present moment, if there's somebody is a king, we tell him you're going to die within 7 days. Said they will flying to England, to America, to everywhere, maximum enjoyment. But Parikshit Maharaj, being a devotee of the Lord, he knows. The important thing is that to inquire about the ultimate goal of human life. So Parikshit Maharaj prepared to leave the body, and that is the time Sukadeva Goswami comes to speak the Srimad Bhagavatam. And the Srimad Bhagavatam was heard by Sutta Goswami. Then from there Sutta Goswami went to the Naimisaranya forest, where there are 88,000 sages aided by Saunaka Rishi are seated to perform yajna for 1,000 years. to please the Supreme Personality of God. So when Saunaka Rishi, Sutta Goswami went there, what's time now? 8:10. We should finish by 8:30. So there are 88,000 sages are seated in the Naimisaranya forest, aided by Saunaka Rishi. So when Sutta Goswami came, Saunaka Rishi says, Tvamna sandarbhito datra dustaram nistitir satam kalim sattvam arapumsam karnadara ivarunavam. He says only by the arrangements of the providence that your holiness have come to our place. We accept you as the captain of the ship of Kali Yuga, that you may be able to take us across from the cycle of repeated birth and death. So it was only by the arrangement of the Lord Himself we are able to come in cross with Prabhupada movement. ISKCON is a very wonderful movement. And Prabhupada has made this society so that the entire world can be benefited. He says that he made, what the statement he made, that he made a house where the whole world can live. Prabhupada being magnanimous, he has made this wonderful place for us to stay and cultivate our Krishna consciousness. If we want to be successful in this journey of Krishna consciousness, if we wanted to establish Krishna consciousness for the betterment of others around, Prabhupada says you must be united. Prabhupada says if you are united, if my disciples are united with me, within 18 days I can conquer the world. Our power is not independently moving around. That is why Prabhupada did not make one person as a leader of this organization. Because he said one person can make mistake, but many cannot do. So we have to work as a team. When Lord Ram sent the monkeys 4 different directions, under the guidance of Sugriva, Lord Ram told them, even we are divided into 4 groups, but our aim is, these 4 groups, the aim is to find where is Sita Devi. That's it. You may be a 4 different teams, but the aim is one, how to find Sita. So Ram says, for your mission to become successful, he said you must remember 4 things all the time. 1, you must know the goal of your team. Number 1. Number 2, your mindset, you must get ready to achieve the goal. Number 3, you must cooperate together. Number 4, always you follow the leader, authority. And your mission will be successful. If each one of you create a separate goal, if each one of you got a separate mindset, if each one of you are not cooperating to work together, and if each of you didn't have authority to lead, he says you cannot be successful. So our unity is very, very important. We must be united. Nobody is best or bigger other than Radharani herself. Always eternally. Even it says, however wonderfully you cook and offer to Krishna, Krishna still looks for Radharani's cooking. That is why the cook who is cooking, been recommended after finish you keep everything clean again. Radharani now will be coming to cook for Krishna. All your cooking is all eye wash. When we say prasadam, just because somebody cook, it doesn't mean it becomes prasadam. No? Number one, the cook who is cooking, he should be conscious of Krishna while he's cooking. So by their conscious of cooking, their food becomes 25% prasadam. It doesn't become 100%. However conscious of Krishna you're cooking, up to that point it may be 100%. But Shastra says only become 25% prasadam. And now another 25% to become a prasadam, those who are going to offer the prasadam, they offer to Krishna with conscious of Krishna, it's become another 25%. Now 50% prasadam. Now another 25% prasadam, those who are serving the prasadam, they should be conscious of Krishna. It becomes 25, another 25%, 75% now. And a person who is honoring the prasadam and is conscious of Krishna, now he becomes 100%. Sometimes some houses, some mother cook, and then they ask the children to go and offer. And sometimes some of them grumble, oh, you're all the time telling me go, you don't tell sister to do this thing, always you're arresting me. Then like that, they will talk like that, they will take and go and offer. And you expect Krishna to accept, with all your monkey face offering. So with the teamwork, when Yudhishthira Maharaj was talking to Bhishmadev, Yudhishthira Maharaj says, please kindly tell me the solution to the problem. I got problem inside my family. And I also got problem outside my family with the country. How to solve? Bhishmadev says the same question been asked by Lord Krishna to Narada Muni. Lord Krishna said, I try to satisfy my family in many ways, but sometimes Balaram thinks is very big. Sometimes Rukmani thinks she's the most beautiful. And sometimes Pradyumna, my children, they don't listen to me. I got problem inside. And I'm trying to satisfy the people outside. These karmis are very ungrateful. I give them everything, still they have wanted to fight with me. Krishna told Narada Muni what I should do. So Bhishmadev says to Yudhishthira, same question been asked. And Narada Muni has answered the question. He said between inside problem and outside problem is more dangerous than the outside problem. If you got family problem, you got a workplace problem, but the problem in the family more worse than the workplace problem. It can kill you inside. If inside no problem, everything go well, you can be happily do the outside work very nicely, can concentrate. That's why Prabhupada said, nobody from outside can come and destroy ISKCON. Only those who are inside can do the thing. So Bhishmadev says, but there is a solution for this problem. There's a solution for the inside problem and outside problem. He said that is called Parimarjanam and Anumarjanam. Parimarjanam means quality of a Vaishnava. Anumarjanam means service to the Vaishnava. Bhishmadev says, you wanted to solve any problem inside or outside, you must develop the quality of Vaishnava. You must become a real Vaishnava, Lakshanam, Vaishnava Lakshanam. You must develop all the quality of a Vaishnava. Then Anumarjanam, you be always as a servant of the Lord. Only by these two means you will solve any problem inside or outside. Why we are fighting, why we are arguing? Why? Because we have not developed the quality of a Vaishnava. Vaishnava will never like to argue, fight, never like to, as Prabhupada says, I don't have any enemy in the world. So we have to solve any problem inside. For the family, there is a problem, you become a good devotee. A good devotee means he has got all the good qualities. Titikshava Karinika, he has got the quality of forgiveness. One time Draupadi was telling to Yudhishthira, you are too soft, you are very forgiving all the time. You should become a Kshatriya, you should finish them off. Yudhishthira says, between forgiveness and prowess, he said, forgiveness is better than your prowessness. Of course, Draupadi said a few stories to him, we don't have time. But Yudhishthira says to Draupadi, Lord Krishna to Bhishma, Pitamaha, to every wonderful leaders of the world, they think I should become the ruler because I got this quality of forgiveness. They did not say Duryodhana can become a leader, he has got prowess, he got power, but they did not mention his name. Why they mentioning my name? Because I got this quality of forgiveness. When the Pandavas finished, their forest life, 13 years, they finished, and then that time they were in Virada. Krishna went to see them. Krishna says the right time they have accomplished their mission in the forest. The right time they should be gone to somebody should take the message to Dhritarashtra to tell him that whatever belongs to the Pandavas should be given back to them. Somebody has to take the message. At that time Balaram was there. Yeah, somebody who's qualified, they should take the message and go. Because it was all, the mistake of Yudhishthira, that, he went and gambled, he lost everything. Somebody must be very politely talk to Duryodhana. And that time Satyaki was there, he says, Balaram, you're always supporting that bad guy. But he's a student, Say, Krishna's daughter been married by Duryodhana. That means how close relatives they are. If you give your daughter to somebody, do you go and fight your son-in-law? No, anything you close one eye and go. Even that fellow is a big gangster, big cheater, anything, because you're family member. But Krishna always stands on his principle of dharma. He doesn't care who are you. For him, dharma is most important. Whichever side they are dharma. Krishna told Pandava, today I'm with you because you follow the path of dharma. If a Duryodhana comes to me today, he says, Krishna, I also will follow. I'm on the side of Duryodhana. I do not take any side. Samo dhamma tapa saucham santir arjava me vacha jnanam vidyanam astikyam brahma karma. Now that is his. Samoham sarva bhutesu name dvesasya prayer in the chapter 9, text 29, Krishna says, I envy no one in the world. So like that, Yudhishthira has developed the tolerance in his life. Now, Bhishmadev told to Yudhishthira, only way to solve the problem inside or outside, that you must develop parimarjanam, the quality of a Vaishnava, and anumarjanam, quality of being a servant of another Vaishnava. Never think yourself have become a master. Never bring in the mood of trying to accept service from others, thinking that I'm qualified to receive other people's service. Never. Then Bhishmadev told one story to Yudhishthira. He says there were 5 animals. They were friends: lion, jackal, wolf, mongoose and mouse. And they were always thinking that one deer, young deer, was moving around, very young, very beautiful, and somehow they wanted to taste the meat of this deer. Who can go and kill the deer? The lion can go and kill the deer. So the lion tried many times, he was not able to kill the deer because the deer was young, is running more faster than the lion, not able to kill. So they were thinking what to do. That time Jackal gave an idea. He says that lion by yourself finding it very difficult, never mind, because a friend mouse. When the deer is sitting somewhere and taking rest, the mouse can go and bite the sole of the feet of the deer. And now he cannot run that faster. So the mouse went and bite the feet of the deer. So the deer was not able to run fast. And this time the lion killed the deer. And all the 5 animals there at a meeting under the leadership of jackal. But jackal is the one who gets the idea the mouse should do these things. But the jackal inside, he has got a different plan. Take everything for himself. So he said, now we have killed. That's very nice. So you all go and relax for a short while and come back. Peacefully we can eat. So all went. And after that, lion came first to the jackal. And the dead body, deer body is there. So jackal said, the lion said, so I'm ready to eat. Jackal said, that is very nice. But do you know what the mouse told about you? The mouse said, the lion only boasting around big. Without my help, he wouldn't have killed. The lion got very angry. In that case, I will never touch this meat. He gone away. And after that, the wolf came. And the jackal said, lion has gone away from you, don't want to eat. Why? Because by the touch of that mouse, the meat, he says, might have become poison. Anybody eat, they will die. So the wolf ran away. Now the mongoose come to eat. And he told, jackal said, do you know something? The wolf ran away, the jackal ran away, the lion ran away. In fact, the lion is very upset and angry with you because he feels you've been gossiping with your wife about, lion. He's very angry with you and your wife. He says he's going to come back to kill you. And out of fear, they also run away. Now the mouse come. And now the jackal said, all are gone and run away because of me. And now if you don't go away from me, I will kill you. The mouse also ran away. So the jackal is very intelligent, true or not? Is jackal intelligent or not? Amrish Prabhu.
Materially intelligent, yes.
Yeah. And what do you think, Prabhu? Jackal is intelligent? Cunning. But everybody in the material world make money and everything, cunning only one. Yeah. So is it, you get some opportunity like that to make money. You don't do that. If you can make 1 million and just small lies like that, you make 1 million, you'll do that or not? See, nobody's answering. Prabhupada say like one small thief, and another one is a big thief. So, is the jackal intelligent or not?
No.
No.
Because he's just getting it once. If he had kept the team, in future he would have got
that's
more.
One. So, practically, generally, people may think the jackal is very intelligent. Bhishmadev says, actually the jackal is not intelligent. Because if you would have kept the team, you could have hunting more. Now all have gone away already, number one, first. Number two, the whole deer body is there. A jackal alone cannot eat and finish the thing. And he cannot, keep the body for longer. It will become spoiled. And now the jackal also have lost all the friends. And no other animals in the forest now trust the jackal. He says that teamwork is always the best. Bhishmadev says this thing. And he says that unity will bring success in everywhere. He says, if you think like a jackal only for yourself, end of the day people will run away from you. End of the day you also cannot enjoy what you have started your work here for. Bhishmadev said there are three ways of living in the world. He says there are Vedic civilization and modern civilization. The modern civilization is the killing civilization, selfish civilization. Just like they're throwing bomb in Iran, in Israel, in Ukraine, Russia, everywhere. They're destroying every of their hard labor, finished. So Bhishmadev says, modern civilization is called Angaraka. Angaraka means, you pull out the root, finish off everything. He says Angaraka is like the forest tree. Somebody for commercial reason, for wealth, they cut off all the tree. He says that is the modern civilization. You may gain something from the tree. Now we have become so many other problems. Climate problem, water problem, pollution, to many problems are there. So he said modern civilization means demoniac civilization, cut off everything for your personal gain. But the Vedic civilization brings another message to you. He said you don't cut off the tree. You take the fruits and flowers of the tree. Leave the tree there. That means you live, I live. That's it. This is called Malakara, he says. And better than that, the Vaishnava culture is coming in. They are Madhukari. They do not cut the tree. They do not pluck the flowers like a bumblebee comes and takes the anise and goes. Leaves the flower there. Leave the tree there. That means the Vaishnava community, even for them anything difficulty, they don't worry. Always they think of the betterment and welfare of others. So we cannot become selfish. We cannot act in the way, very foolish way. We have got Bhagavatam, we got Ramayanam, we got Srimad Bhagavatam, with all these wonderful knowledge, books of knowledge. If we are not able to understand and try to solve the problem of life, if you are arguing, you are fighting, you are misdirecting your entire group into a wrong way of executing the journey of life, there is no one can be more foolish than us. With all the solution been given to you. Prabhupada said, someone when they don't come to Krishna conscious, they are very unfortunate. They are unfortunate. Somebody who has come, they are fortunate. Somebody who has come and gone, they are the most unfortunate. Somebody don't come, they are unfortunate. Somebody come, they are fortunate. Somebody comes and gone, they are the most unfortunate. With all these Prabhupada books around us, with wonderful acharyas are helping us to guide our journey of life, with all this wonderful facility. You come to a country where you always got protection. In this country, you go your own way, your wife goes own way, no problem, the country will take care. India, nobody takes care. The country will take care of your children, they take care of your wife, they provide everything, don't worry. So with all these Prabhupada books and everything, why we are fighting? Why some of the devotees are in argument, in fighting, they are flickering, they are not settled down? Because they are not taking shelter of Prabhupada books, not taking shelter of Prabhupada's words, not taking shelter of their Guru's order. they do not understand the mood of the acharyas. Because they are acting on their own personal emotion. Emotionally they are attached. So instead of at every moment taking shelter of when you're confused about something, you read the Bhagavad Gita, you got the answer there. When you're confused about something, you read Prabhupada's book, there's answer there. But when there is something we are not reading, taking shelter of Bhagavad Gita or Prabhupada's book, you take shelter of your own emotion. So that is where we are making mistake. Most of the other things we are trying to do quite well, we are doing well also. No chanting to, reading to, offering to, everything we do well. But when we are put into test and tribulation, some test, we do not worry about Bhagavad Gita teaching, we do not worry about how Krishna is good, use his wisdom, we do not worry how Prabhupada handled many things in the world. We do not worry, we only think about what is my emotion. Left insulted me. Duryodhana also insulted Krishna. How Krishna handled. Duryodhana was not happy. Oh Krishna, you came to here and I've already told you I made all this food for you and you did not come and take the food. You insulted me, go and stay in the poor man's house, Vidura. Krishna did not tell him, oh, why you disturbed by emotion, Krishna said, look, if I'm hungry, I will eat. Even if I'm not hungry, you got love, you serve me with love, I will eat. But Duryodhana, the problem is that I'm not hungry and you have no love for me, so how to eat? And Krishna said, always stand by principle of dharma. The dharma says, don't go and eat in a house where they don't have respect for you. Those who don't respect the elder, you don't go to the house and eat. Those who are very ungrateful, you don't go to the house and eat. Those who let you down in the moment you need them, you don't go to the house and eat. And those who have done wrong thing, while being friend of you, you don't go to the house and eat. So there is no... Shastra says where you can eat, where you cannot eat. I follow dharma only. It's nothing to do with you and me, Duryodhana. We are friends. Just like Ram, he shot the arrow towards Ravana. Ravana was lying down. And Ram told Ravana, look, our enmity is over. You took my wife. The first day war, battle, you already, you lost your ornament or your weapons and everything. So I told you, Ravan, you go today and come back tomorrow. And by tomorrow, if you can give back my wife, we don't need to fight. But it's just, you refused to do that. Now we fought, and then I got back my wife, so our problem finished already. We don't want to extend this problem for lifetime. But you are a very intelligent man. You are 10 age, you have studied the Vedas, the 6, schools of thoughts, you know everything, only one hate, emotionally was attached, it was envious, your pride and arrogant. So that one hate, problem has, dissolve the 9 hates. So he said, before you die, give some advice. Because you know a lot of things. So Ram said to Lakshman, go and hear from Ravana. He is very learned fellow. He got a lot of experience of life. Go and ask him some advice. So Lakshman was thinking, oh, this guy idiot, this demon. After doing all those things, my brother said, go and take advice. Prabhupada said, even in the stool, if there's a goal, you take the goal, leave the stool. So Lakshman went, he doesn't really wanted to do that. So he went to the head of Ravana, next to the head of Ravana, so that Ravana don't even want to see his face. And Lakshman came back, he said, brother, even after your arrow, the guy is very proud and very arrogant. And Ram says, where you went and stand, he says, beside his head. Ram said, that is not the way to take knowledge. So Ram went there, he kneeled down beside the feet of Ravana. He says, my dear Ravan, you are not an ordinary person. So please give some advice before you go for the world. Ravana says, I give you 3 advice for the betterment of the world. Number 1, he says that there is good and bad in the world. Always people who like to do the bad than good. There are good and bad, always people will go for the bad. He says the good one you do today, the bad one you leave it for tomorrow, because you may not be around tomorrow. So good take it today, bad tomorrow. He says that, number 2 advice, never underestimate your enemy, however small they are. I've underestimated the monkeys. When you are running an organization, you must know all those things. Never underestimate your council. They're very powerful people. Number 3, everybody has got some secret in their life. You don't reveal your life secret even to your own wife. That may backfire. You're going to tell, before I met you, I had 3 girlfriends on the other side. And from that day onwards, you'll be checking your handphone all the time. To whom this guy is talking. There are certain life secret is there. He said, I revealed to my brother Vibhishana, where is my life force? He has told Ram, why you were shooting, cutting off his head. Your life force is another place, shoot him there. So Ravana was advising. So there are lessons we can learn from everywhere. Importantly, we have to have a teamwork. Now in Wellington, last night we were in the program. There are many people are coming. So we need a good place for us to gather more people, even not for the outsiders, for our own family, for our own children. We need to have a better facility. The Karmi are doing so many wonderful things. They put up, 30-story building, 100-story building. The Karmi got a brain to do all those things. A devotee should have a better brain to do better than the Karmi. So we need facility for our own family, our children, our devotees to come together, practice Krishna consciousness in a wonderful environment. Prabhupada says temple is like an oasis. You go to the desert, you walk around in the desert. Everywhere is desert, nothing is there, but somewhere, some place in the desert, there is a fertile land is there. There is some trees and some water there. And in the desert, you walk around, you are tired. The moment you see that fertile, land, little bit of water, you become very happy. He said, my temples are like that. You move around in the material world, you are tired of everything. You come to the temple, you found, somewhere so nice. So we need a beautiful place in this area. Not for other people, at least for our own devotees. So that we can create a facility where we can, have our classes. We can have the classes for the children, where we can have, a place to read and read the scriptures, all the facility. Even it's not very big, but at least, we got something in our hand. So in this way, Prabhupada said the temple also should focus into education and training. When he was in America, he said so many churches are closed down because, they never educate and never train their Christian fellowhood. He says in your temple, if you don't do that, if you don't educate, don't train your followers, it will be like a church, one time you close and go away. As a failure. So the first important thing is that the devotees should come together, all of you. You should do the fundraising among all of you first. Wholeheartedly, it's your family. It is your temple. It is for your Master Krishna you're doing. So wholeheartedly you do fundraising with all your devotees first. when your sacrifice has been attracting Krishna, Krishna will bring somebody from outside, because the charity begins at home. To be honestly with you, just past 2 years I've been building an education and training center in Malaysia. It's all began during the COVID time. I was in South India doing some project in eco village sort of things in South India, and COVID came, so I have to leave South India. I came to Malaysia, and Malaysia, that sometimes COVID okay, they say cannot travel, sometimes all okay, you can travel. So when the okay time I travel, I came to one of our ISKCON temple. It's an hour drive from the Kuala Lumpur main city. So I was stuck in that temple for 8 months because of the COVID. Otherwise I travel around different countries, different places. Normally I stay 1 or 2 months only in Malaysia. So there, during that COVID time, I met one man who came to the temple, and then he invited me to go to his house. I was doing off and on some bhajan, some programs. So he and his wife, they were talking about the Indians' problem in Malaysia. So now I said, education and training is the best thing to uplift anybody's life. Instead of, giving them fish, we teach them how to fish, so that they don't depend on you all the time. He said what to do. Then I said, in our present Hare Krishna temple, they're in the shop lot, very small area. There's nothing much, they can do education and training. I said, I've got an idea that, you bring the student, the youth on Friday, they stay with us for 2 days and they go back Sunday. So we got 2 days to train them. 5 days the social, the country can give them whatever material education. 2 days we can give it here. For that reason, we need a place where, they can come and stay and learn and go back. So that man was quite impressed with the idea. He said, I will, give you the money to buy the land and I will help to build. So we found the land for $450,000 Malaysian dollar. And he gave 50,000, we went and signed agreement with the lawyer. And the balance to be paid within 3 months. But the COVID pandemic became very strong. And everywhere was shut, and then he said his money is stuck. He cannot give the balance, 400,000. But we have to pay the money within 3 months. He told me, Maharaj, it's up to you now. I cannot, do further because of this problem. So my option is that if you think difficult to raise the 400,000, Naiman, you let go the 50,000. Naiman, it's my money. Naiman, let go, don't worry. So he said like that, then I got 3 months to see what to do. Then all the congregation, the temple, earlier all of them, all the committee members, they raised their hand. They said, Maharaj, you talk to him, convince him, ask him to help us to do. When this fellow withdraw, after giving 50, withdraw the 400, it cannot help anymore. And most of these, committee members, they withdraw, Maharaj, we cannot do also. So now the whole thing is in my hand to decide whether I want to carry on or no. Just don't bother about it. So I thought this man is coming from outside world, he's not even a devotee, but he wants to do something, he can do it. Then I thought, I'm being in the society, I've been in different places, I thought now I've taken sannyas also. So I say now I put Krishna into the test. If really I'm able to do, if you think you help me, I will try all my best. Within 3 months I will find this 400,000. And sure enough, I found the 400,000 and paid the land, I took the land. By that time, we account my all gone ready finished. And somebody after that, they came and told me, Maharaj, I heard you already paid and bought the land. So I can sponsor you the piling work. I don't even have money, just settle everything at zero. I thought, you do the piling work, the piling is standing there. months or year, and people come and ask what happened to your project, at least the land is there, nobody sees anything. He said, no Maharaj, now I got some money, I can, sponsor, I can do the piling. And somebody told me, Maharaj, you better take, because Ukraine and Russia is fighting, all the prices are going to go up already, you better take. So I thought, okay, maybe Krishna is speaking through them. I said, okay, help. So he brought in the piling. Slowly like that. So I started the project there. Almost I was alone, stuck there. So, but I'm not worried, because end of the day, I know I've done 4 or 5 projects before that. I know how things works in Krishna consciousness. So now after, piling and all, slowly started the work. And during that time, we were looking for a place, because there are devotees, they already split in that place, in the temple. Some, maximum they said, Maharaj, better whatever we started there, better for us to go and do that, finish it off. And very few, handful, they said, we don't want to come, we want to stay here. I said, okay, up to you. When those who others came, about 90% came, I need a place to do program. So we were hiring different places to do weekly program, weekend program. And at that time when we are doing this project, from there 5 minutes away, there are a lot of shop lots. So we thought, better we rent a shop lot there so that we can do our, weekly program. And while we can see how to finish off this project. So look around, COVID time, many shop lots, I know, they put it for sale and rent and all. So one shop lot, they put rent, slash sales. I do not know whether it's for sale or for rent. The corner lot. The corner lot, and then you got another space, 22 by 75. So it's a big place. So I called up the Chinese, can you rent me the place? He says it's not for rental, it's for sale, He said, it's all COVID, I'm not interested to business anything, Buy. He said, how much? I said, how much? He said, 520,000 Malaysian dollar. I don't have money to buy, but I need a place to do the program. So I spoke to him and all, then talking, I said, how much you want to sell? Then talking, all day. Finally, he came down to 420,000. Nobody can buy the property for that price. So I told one of the devotees, no, I think we should buy the one. He said, how? I said, no, you take a loan. I said, take a loan. He said, Maharaj, the bank will give me the loan because, I don't have any, but I don't have the money to pay deposit. I said, don't worry, I'll find $50,000, put a deposit, So I went and found that 50,000, put it inside. We bought the land, so shop lot. Now we have opened a restaurant there. So the project where I'm doing, there's an adjoining land, 13,000 over square foot. The owner wants to sell the land. He says, you buy, or others buy. Nobody buys. He said, I'm going to have a poultry farm, or open a poultry farm. I was thinking, all the devotees are vegetarian. The moment they see the chicken, maybe, one of the chicken may be missing there. I thought better, buy. How much? The fellow said 300,000. And talked to him. I said, only for the community, please help. So he came down to 230. I said, look, I will pay you 10%, $23,000. Balance you give me 1 year. The guy agreed. So I signed the agreement, give him the 23,000. Within 1 year to pay the rest. So the 1 year was the January 24th of this month. I don't have the money to pay. I called him up, I said, you give me another 6 months. He said, okay, you're doing something good for the people, so I will wait for 6 months. Because the guy also don't have the buyer. Nobody wants to come beside Hare Krishna, they're very noisy there. And after 1 year, the time, I said, don't have. Then one devotee came to know this thing that, the land is there, but I'm not able to pay. He said, Maharaj, I got my, saving 100,000. I give you 100,000, he give back after 2 years. I say, okay, now solve the problem. 2 years, we see later. Like Ram told Ravana, come back tomorrow. After 2 years, we'll face the problem. Then another devotee, he came in after a few days, said, Maharaj, I heard, he gave you 100,000, I also can give you 100,000. So I took that money, settle and take the land. So the whole thing within 1.5 years, the whole project, 2.4 million. And 95% of that money came from the outsiders who had nothing to do with Hare Krishna movement. But the devotee everywhere, they got their own program, they got their own project, everywhere they are struggling to run their own. So I did not go and disturb any devotees. But why I'm telling you is that you'll be amazed to see that how miracle can happen in our life. We may, thinking, like recently one devotee is doing one project in Malaysia. His project is only $600,000. So then he called me up, we are talking and all. He said that, Maharaj, no devotee is giving me money. So how we are doing? All the money coming from outside. He said, when I started the project, I thought the devotees will help me to finish it off. But actually, the money mostly coming from the outsiders. So like that, our capacity may be very small, but Krishna's capacity is very unlimited. Honestly, sincerely, for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, we should go into, and even a small one is our own place. Even we are not making double story or whatever, because nowadays you can rent a big hall for the big festival, you got your place where children can come and library, this and that. Effectively, when I was talking with Ambrish Prabhu, some of the things I said, you instead of making a hall, you make more rooms so that the students can come and stay. There are people coming from India, they're looking for a place to stay. They can come and stay, they can give you a little bit money. The students, they can come and stay. In this way, your organization will become very big. One time, Melbourne Temple was very small one time. First time I went to Melbourne Temple is 1987. It was very small, not like that. Slowly, when the students were coming from India, and the devotee arranged, their one house they take for rental, the students, so from there they preach, and that's how it became very big. So like that, we got to be more practical because ours is a preaching movement. See what will be more practical for preaching. And the same time, the land is there, the property is there. So see how you can come up, all of you join together, and see how you can, raise some fund with all you, this thing. Then we go to the public. So it will be more easy when they see that the devotee themselves have sacrificed so much. So in this way you do something good for Prabhupada movement. Krishna is very grateful. You will remember every single thing you do for him. Money you can earn any time. Anytime you can earn the money. But time gone you cannot earn back again. So focus in your Krishna consciousness, work together, help each other. Don't try to kill each other like the jackal. Not very wise way to do. Your power, your strength is only in the unity, nothing else. So I would like to thank all of you so much for kindly have invited me to Wellington. And the 3 days is for me like I'm staying here for 3 years.
Only 3
so much prasadam everywhere. So like that, Krishna have chosen all of you to do something for him here. Actually, when you got some position, a leadership, Krishna has given you an opportunity to do something on behalf of him. Some people, they do not understand this thing. They misuse, but some people understand that Krishna has given me, out of so many devotees, why he has chosen me. That means Krishna sees that you can do for him. Unfortunately, Maya is very powerful. Sometimes, while doing, we have been carried away by some of our little success. So Krishna takes away again. So for all of you, you are a very nice congregation. Many of you have been here for a long time. And yesterday I said your feast program that many people are there. So you are qualified to have a temple here. You pass the exam. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaura Pramanande.
His Holiness Bhakti Mukunda Maharaj.